How's it going, guys? Just doing a review of the Facebook ads we set up for my client Brian. He's gotten 7 or 8 leads so far, so we're going to see what's going on with those. And I know a couple of them had a really high cost per lead, but another one had a really low cost per lead. So you're going to see some disparity in the ads. Give you a little taste for what Facebook does. So as soon as he gets in here, we'll jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this video, wait for him to jump in, and we're going to dive right into Facebook as soon as he gets here, guys. Just scroll through on the video if you're watching the recording until we get to the Facebook Ads Manager. You find a place in there for us to start reviewing this, okay?
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and make you host here and
All right.
go ahead and share your screen.
Okay. Host to, okay, I guess it says host disabled.
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay. So a little odd that this thing pumped out another lead. I figured you'd have 8 by the time we talked.
Another one this afternoon.
So weird. All right. I can't remember what we did for these, if we changed images or whatnot.
Yeah, so we were doing the whole state of Michigan, and then you wanted to go to doing specific counties, and so we did pictures of the local hospitals.
That's right. So this one's working just because more people like Ford.
There was an interesting comment on one of the leads saying that they were joking that this hospital was not the right image in that county, that this was the Henry Ford for another county. So I'm assuming that's the one that wasn't getting the leads.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, so is it Macomb County that we did the Henry Ford?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm thinking that it was Wayne County was the one that was correct. I
Gotcha.
think Henry Ford has multiple campuses on different counties, so thinking that's probably why.
Yeah, and this one didn't get us much of anything either.
Yeah.
You know what I would do if I were you? This is just my own advice. Since we're headed into the weekend here, and we've got this one campaign generating consistently at $3.
Turn the other ones off and keep that on.
Keep that on. Yeah, so let's turn these off. Keep that on. Let's come in here.
So is the Michigan one going? Was that going right now, or do we need to turn that off too?
That one's going right now. You've gotten one lead for $17. I was going to go in and inspect this here real quick and see what the image is.
I thought that the image was. We could probably do better on that.
Yeah. So this is Medicare, right?
This is for under 65.
Oh, okay, it's just under 65 health.
And I think what we did with the other ad is we kind of focused on people losing jobs and people that would be qualifying for a special enrollment period.
Does that look like your health insurance card?
No.
You said this one does, right? Or
that
not
one's
that
for
one.
Medicare, yeah. That one would not
This
work.
one. Not Medicare. Medicare.
Yeah, Medicare. In fact, there is a rule that you can't use a Medicare card to market with anyway. It says the Medicare CMS police.
Interesting, because that's what everybody's doing on Facebook.
I know, everybody does it. I actually got a letter a couple of years ago about a website domain that I had, and
how about this one here?
Yeah, I like that one. Or what if we could find one that says health insurance card? Because I think that one might be too ambiguous.
Mm-hmm.
What did we put it? What did you put in the search results?
Health insurance card.
Okay, well,
I think, yeah, health insurance card. Sometimes we just gotta.
I like that. I like that Blue Cross one, but they have come after me in the past, so I don't want to push it with them. Let's do a search for just health insurance, what that does.
Yeah, it'll pull up a bunch of doctors and stuff, I'm sure. Yeah. This isn't bad.
Yeah, I like that.
This one's not bad. I'm going to do something here for us today. I'm just going to duplicate the statewide campaign.
Okay.
Open image, new tab. Save images. Did that pop up somewhere for you to save that?
Oh, yeah, it did. Yep. There you go.
Okay. All right, Michigan 2, Michigan 3. Let's go. Let's see, Michigan Health Insurance Marketplace. 26 to 64. Let's try a detailed targeting on this one. So interest, we're going to say health insurance.
What about self-employed?
We'll do that on a separate ad.
Separate app. Okay.
So we got this one, health insurance, and then we're going to come in here. New groundbreaking.
We had changed the copy of that up on the other county ads.
Federally approved. We're just going to use the word exclusive. I keep forgetting that you're on a Mac, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's just different. I have to right click to. Let's make sure that we change these.
Yeah. What if we did going along the lines of that headline, Labor Day deal or something like that?
Right here?
Yeah, where the headline, you show where it shows it will expires September 15th. Yeah, something like that. I wonder if we get any traction with that. Not that we're selling a widget or anything, but people like deals, right?
Yep. Oh, we've got to change the image here. You have to grab that.
Colorado, where it is.
Should be in the downloads.
That's the one you wanted, right? The one you just downloaded?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so publish that one, which kind of goes with the color of your logo there. I didn't even realize that. And then I want to do.
Do we have the pixel turned on yet?
Not yet, and that's what I was going to say is if you have time tomorrow or maybe Sunday or even Monday's fine. Now that we have an idea that's working, we can go into all the counties around you, and we can use those hospitals in those counties and see if we can't get.
Do you want me to go through over the weekend and start duplicating those ads for each county with the correct?
Sure. If you feel comfortable doing that, yeah, for sure. Go ahead and do that. You got to control it there to save it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And then Monday we can come in and we can start setting up the automation on the back end. That way we're speeding up on the process.
Sure. And then, so of the leads that we've gotten so far, the feedback I'm getting from the agents that are working them is they just seem to be very like unaware that they signed up for anything. So obviously we know that these are low engagements. So
yeah, these are we're aggregating data, and that's why we want that cost per lead to be down at $2.
Correct. Yeah, because if I'm understanding this right, we're in the phase right now where we're trying to get Facebook to understand and build credibility with them so that we can open it up, right?
Yeah, that, and then once we have our pixel on, we start driving traffic to your white label or even your website. If you've got it, we can set it up that way. But that pixel, when we get that, that's when we retarget them with videos of you discussing the health insurance plans, client testimonials, next steps. Hey, I saw you come to the website, but you didn't complete the form. Then have them do a lead form. Then they know who you are. They've seen you multiple times.
Got it.
Did you already save that?
Was I supposed to save this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just save images.
I don't know why I can't see that pop up on Apple, but that's weird.
Okay. Yep, it's saved.
Interesting. So this one we're going to do self-employed, right? Now, I wouldn't do self-employed because one thing that I've realized is when people don't have a job, they, instead of listing unemployed, they'll list self-employed. So what we'll do is we'll do business owner. Like that. Audience is too narrow for the whole state of Michigan.
People, and this could be another test that we do. I wonder what the keyword for unemployment might look like, because that tells us they're in transition and that it's imminent that they'll need health insurance.
Yeah.
There could be something there.
Yeah.
Because essentially that's, what we're going for right now until the open enrollment is just finding those people that are in transition, people that are newly or getting married, having a child, moving. Those are all people that fit that special enrollment.
Did I get that one on there? All right. So we'll try this for self-employed.
Okay.
On these interests. Go ahead and add that image there that you just got.
So is it better to create a separate ad for each interest so that
yes,
that way you're A/B testing them based on that one variable instead of multiple?
Correct. Yep, you got it. And the only reason we're changing the image is because obviously that blue one was not converting. Yeah. So we'll see which one of these images helps convert. But interests will just maybe, get us a little bit more high intent lead because they understand what they're looking at rather than somebody thinking. And here's the problem with Facebook is these people have to read that text.
Mm-hmm.
So when your guys reach out to them, they've seen the copy, have they not?
They have, yes.
So they know the name of the business page.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and upload that image I just saved, or that you just saved.
Upload.
They should, when they get in contact with these people, be able to say, I got your information from Facebook because you completed a very quick form that had state-approved programs for health insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll jog your memory. It was a lady in a blue shirt with a plus sign or blah, 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 right?
Got it.
And you remember that stuff, or that stuff based off of the ad name, right? Mm-hmm. So Wayne County, Oakland County, them coming in from those ad sets, which image has what.
Got it.
So this one we did, what was the first one we did? Sorry. First demographic.
We
did self-employed and.
Yeah, self-employed. I thought that's the other one we did.
Oh, health insurance. Jeez.
Friday.
It is, man. It is a Friday.
So these are both aimed statewide then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're going to keep going statewide on this deal just to try and get some idea of what copy is going to work best when we go back.
So that was another question I had. So if we're doing like all 82 counties in Michigan, Are we doing $5 on each one of those ads daily?
No. So what we'll do is we'll cycle through them. We'll do 6 at a time, maybe 7, 8, 9, depending on
Gotcha.
the results we're getting, and we'll just start with the most population and dwindle down to the least population. When we get to the least population, we'll do 15 or 20 at a time, because there's only so many eyes we can get in front of, and we'll
Start to
set
see
those up
patterns.
into ad sets. Yep, you got it. So
So
this one
the
was
other thing is, I reached out to that lead distribution company that you mentioned, and I feel like I got a hold of them today, and I already forgot the name of them, but they don't do lead billing, which that's the main thing that I'm looking for. So again, what we're trying to accomplish here is doing the ad spend for all of the independent agents, having them the leads distributed to them, and them having the ability to pay for those leads. So do you know of any other ones that we could consider looking at?
For the billing portion,
That would
I
have
would
that integrated. So ideally what we want is we want the agent.
Bob or do.
That's the one that we're looked at. Yeah, that's where we're at.
They don't do the.
No, Bob or do does. It's just they're the most expensive.
Oh, I see. They
Yeah.
got high fees on the transactions or something.
Yeah, I mean they want like $1,200 a month essentially to start
Jeez.
out, which that really puts a damper on your ad spend. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like once you get past like 500 leads a month, you're kind of breaking even, but you're kind of paying for it in the interim. Waypoint, yeah, that was the one I called today.
So these are the 3 that I know of. This one you might be able to take payment with as well.
Lead wrench.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might end up being that Bobberdo is just, I mean, I know Bobberdo is the one that all the big aggregators use in the background, the white label. So we know it has the functionality there. It just comes at a premium.
Yeah, here we go. Price per
Yeah,
lead.
that looks like it might work.
So this is $500 a month.
That's not bad.
No, go check that out after our call and see if that's something that would work for you guys there. Holiday special.
Okay, I like that.
Okay, now we need to go back into these individuals here, and
You know what would be really cool if there was some sort of, obviously a discount code of some sort works for a widget, but it would be kind of cool if there would be a way to gauge interest by people plugging in some sort of digital coupon code of some sort to give them something of value to give them that feeling that they're getting some sort of special deal or something.
so a coupon code is what you said?
Yeah, or something, you know what I'm saying, something along the lines of a code that is getting them, entitling them to something that they normally wouldn't get.
Yeah, we could do something like that, and we could say along the lines of, hey, you complete this form. We will send you your qualification number or your qualification code, and this is what you'll give to the agent to access benefits.
Got it.
Something like that, So our frequency on this ad is 1.24, which isn't terrible. Amount spent on these obviously is evenly distributed at 17. But I don't know why it's doing this here. Give me a second. This is really frustrating me. That's why. Thank you. All right. So campaign budget using ad set budget. Cool. So this one, where's the one that won? Wayne County. I'm going to bump this one up to 15 a day. through the weekend. Oh, geez, not 55. And let's turn that off. All right.
I've heard varying opinions on this, but does Facebook, do their algorithms, do they ding you, for lack of better words, when you're turning off a lead campaign temporarily? Does that like restart a learning phase or something like that?
No, it doesn't. If you duplicate an ad, it restarts the learning phase. So the two that we just duplicated, those are going to be a new learning. These we could go back on in the future and flick on at any time we want and typically get the same cost per lead.
Got it. Okay.
So what I typically do is as we build out these ads, I leave them unless they're terrible, which these are at 1740 and 1777. So we could easily just delete these. I mean, we're not going to come back to these at all. But if you want to keep them here, we can.
Like properly manage this? I mean, once you have, probably hundreds of different copy and everything like that, how the hell do you keep track of that?
Yeah. So what happens over time is you find a handful of things that work really well. And it's just different for everybody. I don't know why. But you take 5 or 10 different strategies or ad strategies that we've come up with are like, a set way to do the copy with a set type of image to do. So animated image with, certain types of features in it, or for final expense, that with final expense, you're going to go create a new ad. We'll just give you a stockpile on Rise page in your drive of images that we've used on the campaigns that had success. Right. So then you just go copy the image.
So you guys have like certain product lines that's like you've kind of figured it out already.
Yeah, and I just added. I've been sitting here debating what to do because I want to put all these call recordings into a course for you guys, but it's not as structured as it needs to be. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a course that is applied to every single person's group. That is a basic course that reviews Facebook ads, Google, YouTube ads, automation through Twilio and email, right? We'll do messenger bots in there as well. And that's going to be like the 5-chapter basic course that every group owner gets access to when they create a group.
Got it.
Then I'm going to take your videos and put them at the end of the course, which is all the calls that we've done together.
Sure.
So I'm just trying to figure this out. And today I added, here, I'll show you real quick. Nope. Ooh. Oh my gosh, what is my problem?
Dude, I'm the same way. If I got to type in front of people, forget it.
You're right. That's bad.
It's like shy bladder, right?
Yeah. So now I've got a tool here where whenever you're inside of a course, you can take notes and then you can save them onto a Word, right?
Love it.
So I added that in today. It's only for courses, so you won't see it if you're floating around on pages or the blog or forums or anything like that. But whenever you go into a course of any kind, it will pull it up. See?
Oh, that's cool.
So while you're in here, you can take notes. You can put them onto a Microsoft Word document, save them, file them, send them, share them, print them, whatever you need.
Nice. That's a cool little feature.
Yep. So I added that for you guys. I've got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. And one thing that you had said about the payment processing, right? With these, if you don't find a good one and you want to protect yourself, I did just integrate cryptocurrency into the shop again.
Okay.
So we can create a product on the marketplace, and you can have them buy cryptocurrency from me, Bitcoin, and then buy your product on the platform. So
that just gets rid of the transaction from a vendor
correct
company.
And it makes it so the agent can't charge back, which these are your agents in your downline anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. Mm-hmm. But you could just set it up where they buy, say, a package of 100 leads for $1,000 or however much you're going to sell them at, right? And then they come in. I'll put a link on the platform. I just need to bring it back up again. I'll put a link on the platform for them to be able to go and buy the crypto, and it'll automatically deposit it into their account, and then they can go to the marketplace and buy your product, and then I'll just automatically forward that Bitcoin to your.
Yeah, I got to get set up. I haven't done anything with crypto yet, but I need to get on the bandwagon.
Yeah, get in on Coinbase right now. Bitcoin's down 1,000.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it dropped from 11.6 to 10.4. So I'm hoping to get some cash in here soon for my processing
I
payment
do that right
processor.
away.
Yeah. So I do that too because I think it'll go back up to 12 here by the end of next week after the holiday, or close to it in the 11s. So
Are
you
you
may make
sticking with Bitcoin, or are you doing
Yep.
Litecoin, or what?
Bitcoin's my only coin.
Okay.
Well, and here's the problem: is a bunch of these, I call them shit coins because that's what they are. They are copycats, or they're built. Everything is built on Ethereum, which is a
Sure.
programming language basically. But what's happening is these people were creating apps called DeFi, so distributed finance, or decentralized finance. So somebody could come in and they could swap their coin for the DeFi coin and gain interest on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the last 3 days, we've seen 3 of these shit coins, DeFi's, go from over $1,000 down to $1. These people are pump and dumping all over people.
Got it.
It's nasty. And I'm like, this is why we're going to see, if Trump is reelected, we are going to see the first digital currency for the U.S. backed by the blockchain, on the blockchain, backed by gold.
Do you think
Because,
so?
oh
What?
yeah,
I guess I've not paid attention to that, but I didn't realize Trump or his administration necessarily had a policy on that.
I don't think they do yet. I think it's going to be forced in the next
It's
4
gonna be forced.
years.
Got it.
It's just mass adoption's happening right now as we speak, and that's what we're seeing is the correlation of the markets. The Dow's down, Bitcoin's down, so all the altcoins follow because they're all correlated.
It's all correlated too closely. Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, in March was the breakthrough moment where we went from fairy money to real money because we went along with the market dump from COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So once that market dump hit, that's when it really started going down the road, or down the tubes. But this is really weird. I don't know why the notes are showing up on the blog but not on the timeline here.
Hey, did everything got figured out with our transaction though? That get resolved for
Yeah.
it?
Yep. It's all good. Yeah. As soon as they got that signed paperwork, they were fine with it. So it's just a high
It's
volume.
funny with Bitcoin. I got a buddy. He works on an oil rig. Works, I think, 4 weeks on, 4 weeks off, and works 12 hours a day. So he just surrounded himself with just learning as much as he could about Bitcoin, and he started buying it by the hordes. I think he bought $40,000 worth. This is like 3 years ago, and all of a sudden, like one day, like they were living in a townhouse. He's like, "Yeah, we just bought a 4,000 or 5,000 square foot house, and he had 2 BMWs." I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Remember that Bitcoin thing I've been telling you about?" Well,
Yeah.
Because I think he turned his 40 into like $200,000 or $300,000 essentially.
Yeah, I told hold on a second, I've got a spam maybe. Got a client or potential client messaging me. They didn't get my email. Yeah, I was in college and I had a buddy come up to me and try and get me to buy 1,000 Bitcoin for $50, and I said no because I needed the gas money. So it is what it is. So when we sold our house this spring, I bought my first Bitcoin, and I told my wife, I am a firm believer that if you own one Bitcoin, in 30 years from now, you'll be in the hundreds of millions of dollars easily. Because
it's really interesting because there's 2 sides of the coin, no pun intended.
sure.
There's a speculation side behind Bitcoin, but then there's the application use of it, and everybody seems to kind of have I think that we have to get beyond the speculation point of it. I mean, that's always going to be there, but the real need for it is really where we should be at.
Okay. On Monday, let's come together and do the automation, and I'll show you the transaction process on Rise Page with some fake Bitcoin.
Okay.
I've got some play money on there, and then I'll just clear your account so you can see how it works. And then when you buy your real Bitcoin, it'll go straight to your wallet. You can send it to your wallet from Coinbase if you want. But that'll show you how easy it is to do it. You just go into your wallet and show you real quick here in your wallet, I believe, or I took it off because I didn't want Square to see that as
So what do
crypto.
you have, like a direct integration with Coinbase then? Is that how you set up?
I have a direct integration with the actual blockchain as a hard wallet.
Oh,
So
okay.
so what happens is when you send Bitcoin to the platform, it's stored on a hard wallet. So if we ever get hacked, they can't get access to the Bitcoin directly.
I
And
see.
it's two-factor authentication. So you have to verify the transaction, and so does the person receiving it, in order for it to go through. So it limits the ability for people to go in and hack. Whereas Coinbase, they have a hard wallet as well, but it's all their entire system. For instance, when Coinbase gets hacked, they have direct access to every user account, which has the Bitcoin stored in that account. So all my Bitcoin is stored on a separate hard drive on a separate computer and a separate cloud service.
I didn't even know that that was an option. Like I thought you
Yeah.
had to go through some sort of, or what do you want to call it? Some sort of intermediary to hold them.
Well, yeah, and that's what's weird about it is like you literally could just go and get a hard drive, and then on your computer you could buy Bitcoin and store that Bitcoin on your own hard drive. It's just data. So yeah, so I just integrate third party with webhooks, etc., and code, and so it just displays the balances for you and sends
Sounds like you got a
transactions.
black belt in this, and I'm just starting out. So
Yeah, well, hey, it's weird, man. I think if you can get in now and get one Bitcoin and hold on to one Bitcoin, you'll be in a different class of society in 30 years. So,
well, I'm gonna go
all right.
buy me one right now. My birthday's
All right, man.
tomorrow, so that's my birthday gift.
Yeah, dude, just because you can always cash out. And I bought one at 7,300 and it's at 10 grand. And that was 4 months ago. So I think it'll be at 25 grand by Christmas. That's my own personal prediction, but who knows?
All right, man. Well, you guys have a good weekend.
You too.
You wanna plan on like Monday or something?
Yeah, let's just do Monday and we'll get the automation started.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, man. You got to end this call because you're the host.
Yep, will do. See you, man.
You take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.